Hi, I'm Sonia and I help people take their power back. This video I want to talk about energy work and manifestation. These are two topics that I don't hear talked about together very often, but on my journey, getting into energy work has been completely life-changing. If you've been following me, if you've heard my story at all from other videos, I found personal development in 2016, wanting to make my life better. I had a massive breakdown in the beginning of 2018 when I realized that the life I had built I didn't want and I hated it. That was when I found manifestation. So I've been studying manifesting since 2018. Back then it was the law of attraction. I did law of attraction for a long time, still trying to understand, didn't understand, wasn't seeing the changes in my life that I wanted to see. I was not happier, none of the things. It was July of 2022 that I found the law of assumption. No, it was, I found the law of assumption in, when was it? It's like October, November of 2021. So like the end of 2021. And then I started to understand it in July of 2022. And ever since then, I have just been building my understanding, not only of the law, but my understanding of what I need to do in order to get it to work for me. And that was my inspiration for starting this channel. When I first started to really understand this stuff last year, I was doing all the things. I was affirming, I was working on my mindset, but I was really still struggling with spiraling. I would spiral. I got myself into this like pattern of like, I'd wake up in the morning, I would feel really good and everything was going to be perfect. And by the end of the day, I was spiraling. This partially came from the stuff that my law of attraction teacher was teaching. Part of it was that. The other part of it was I had some energetic shit going on. It was so much more than just the mental piece. I was doing the mental piece. I couldn't control it. Like, I could not control it. It was out of my control. I've done therapy in the past. I used to be on antidepressants. I got off the antidepressants and I refused to go back on them. So I was just like, I'm going to figure this out. 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 Well, I just kept being in this pattern, and it got to the point earlier this year where I had the opportunity to start going to an acupuncturist / Chinese medicine doctor. And that has been so helpful. There was things going on energetically that I needed to change, and they have helped me so much. The other thing that I found were some classes on Mind Valley. I'm not associated with Mind Valley. I've just taken classes on there. I've talked about them before, and I did a couple. The one that's coming to mind is Energy Medicine by Donna Eden. I started working through that, started implementing some of her techniques that you can find on YouTube. She's on YouTube as well. Doing her daily energy routine, working with my energy, going to my acupuncturist, I started to see a change in how I was feeling, my mental state, and my ability to focus on what I want and control my mindset, essentially. So then, just a few months ago, a friend of mine decided that she's a Reiki master teacher. She decided she wanted to start teaching energy work again and created a course with me. We were on the phone talking, and in 20 minutes she wrote out the whole course and was like, hey, do you want to take this? And I was like, fuck yes, I do. So I took Kimberly Jo Height's Chakrology, And I will put her YouTube stuff in the description. She has no idea I am doing this and talking about her. So, hi, Kimberly, when you see this. And I'm not going to tell her other than she should watch this video. Man, this course. For me, it was, you know, an accumulation with the other stuff I was doing. But learning about my chakras and learning about energy and the way that Kimberly structured that course has completely changed my mental state day to day. The acupuncture has been great. It has helped so much. But knowing my chakras and being able to do that energy work for myself, now when I start feeling off, I can check in with myself and be like, where is this coming from? And I can do something about it. And how I would kind of equate it. So both of my dogs, when they were puppies, went through a phase of throwing up in the car. Both of them. Started with Precious. She was fine the first few times we put her in the car. She's like, whatever. But then she started having this habit of like, if you were in the car for less than 20 minutes, she would be fine. As soon as it got to 20 minutes though, it was like any minute now she's gonna do it. And she would. And you would be like, Precious, we were like 2 seconds from being home. She couldn't wait. I asked my vet and they were like, give her some Dramamine. You're probably not going to have to continue to give her Dramamine because once you give it to her a couple times and she realizes she doesn't have to have an upset stomach and throw up, she'll stop doing it. And I was like, okay. It worked. I only had to give her Dramamine a few times. Now, every once in a while, she'll throw up in the car, but that's because she's upset about like going to the vet or something. Usually she doesn't throw up in the car. Same with Jax. He wasn't throwing up in the car. He started throwing up in the car, gave him Dramamine a few times, and it stopped. And he doesn't throw up in the car anymore. That is how I feel with knowing how to work with my energy, working with my chakras. When I start to have those moments, I have a tool to keep me on track. And it works for me. It works for me. And I am so grateful for Kimberly for going on that journey and all of the journey that she's been on that has brought her to the point where she wants to teach this stuff. I highly recommend her class, Chakraology. I know she's thinking about doing another round of it later this year. So I will put her, like I said, her YouTube stuff if you want to check her out. Like I said, she does not know I'm doing this. But I just wanted to share my experience with energy work and how it has changed my mindset, helped my mindset, and just helped me day to day to feel better and be better and take more control of my life in a way that I didn't know was possible. So if you are, dealing with bigger things, if you've been working on your mindset and it just seems like you're hitting into a brick wall, this may be something to look into. Like I said, Donna Eden is on YouTube. Kimberly's on YouTube. I think Kimberly's going to start doing more on YouTube. I never know what Kimberly's going to do, and neither does she, because she lives her life like I do, and it is just kind of, you just go with the flow over here. So, yeah. I think that is all I want to say on this topic at the moment. Let me know if any of you guys have any experience with energy work and how it has helped you with your mindset, with your manifesting. I would be really excited to hear about that. Thank you so much for watching. Love and light.